Let's talk about what happened on AEW Rampage. Let's talk about the anticipated debut of the man himself, Hook. Yes, we finally got to see Hook in action. Now let's talk about why this debut was so noteworthy. Because I think for some people, it's a polarization. Some people are sitting there going like, well, of course, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened in professional wrestling. This answers all the questions. Who is the superstar that will eventually defeat Roman Reigns? Obviously, Hook. The forbidden door is going to have to be open. It's the only thing that makes sense. And then there's another side of people going, I don't get it. I don't understand it. What on earth are you talking about? Why was this debut so effective? Why was this debut so great? Well, I will tell you. Because when you look at it, like, look, I don't know anything about any TV ratings, but will it make the ratings for Rampage astronomical? Probably not. But that doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Too much thought is put into TV ratings anyway. All that matters is the conversation that is happening around the debut of this superstar. It's all you could ever want. All that matters is that on a Friday night at 10 o'clock at night, you debuted a wrestler that has never wrestled on television before, and the whole wrestling world is talking about it. For whatever reason, everybody's talking, and that's what makes it effective. To me, this is what they did right with Hook. And sometimes this is all it takes. Well, they did a lot of things right with Hook, but sometimes this is all it takes. Sometimes this is the number one thing, and in this case, it was the number one thing. What AEW did was they didn't blow it. Sometimes that's all you have to do. And I know I make it sound so easy. And it's really clearly, if we look at history, for any promoter that's ever existed, it's not that easy to just not blow it. It's right here for you. It's become a thing on its own. Just don't blow it, and it'll be great. But I want to blow it. And boom, it's gone. No. AEW didn't blow it. So Hook starts showing up on AEW TV. He's Taz's son. The human suplex machine had an offspring, and of course, that offspring is the glorious Hook. Immediately, Hook becomes talked about because if Timothy Chalamet had about 10 gallons of testosterone injected into him, he would be Hook. And how that comes from Taz, I don't know. But Taz created an incredible offspring named Hook. He's a very attractive man, all right? He's coming out here, and he's not smiling, and he's all business, and he's got a chiseled jawline, and he's got a full head of hair that's just sweeping all over the place, and you're like, this guy is something out of a television show. This isn't even real life anymore. Doesn't have an ounce of body fat on him, but as Team Taz shows up, right? Hook is just there. He's just this entity. Send Hook becomes this thing, becomes a meme. AEW effectively memed a debut. And some people may look at that as a negative, but if you look at that as a negative, I don't think you understand the culture that we live in today. If you can meme a debut, you have effectively done something that we should all be trying to do. There was a time when water cooler chat was what you were going for. You want to do something on your TV show that are going to get people talking at the water cooler at work the next day. Water cooler chat is not a thing anymore. We are not waiting until the next day or on a Friday night until Monday to see what's happening at the water cooler. No, we want to get the meme going immediately. The best thing you can do in any entertainment product, whether it be sports, standard entertainment, or sports entertainment, which is the exact same thing as pro wrestling, what you want to do is create a meme out of what you're doing. And Hook, Send Hook, immediately became this meme. People liked it ironically. And this is the thing. It's okay. It's okay. Because that is also looked at as something negative. But it's okay when people like something ironically. Because if people like something ironically enough, then they start to develop an affection for how this thing makes them feel. If you can get somebody to like something ironically, and you can hold on to that for long enough, eventually people forget that they liked it ironically. and they just like it. It just makes them feel a joy. And you go, why do you like this? Because I like it. I just do. It's like Apple Jacks. We eat what we like. That's the way memes are. You like something ironically, and eventually you just like it. You like it because you like it, and you like it. And that's difficult to pull off. That's a rare, it's a commodity. And so, I'm sure that there was a thought as soon as Hook started getting memed to put him in the ring and let's execute this. Let's put him in a tag match with somebody. Let's put him in there with somebody that can carry him through something. Let's get him in there right away. And it's like, no, they pumped the brakes because they were like, let's make sure this kid is ready. Let's let this simmer. Let's allow this to build and build and build. And if it doesn't build, hey, it is what it is. We'll still find a spot for him. But if it does, then we're all good. And AEW allowed this thing to build and build and build until finally they announced, boom, Rampage, here it is. You're going to get to see months later the debut of Hook. We called Hook, and here he comes. And let me tell you something. Hook did not disappoint. Hook came to the ring, and he was radiating something that the wrestling industry desperately needs more of. They've got a little bit of it. They've got it sprinkled in different places throughout different promotions. But it's not the standard. Hook is cool. Hook comes out to the ring. Action Bronson is spinning his theme music. Hook's got a cool theme to start. Hook's got a cool look. Hook's got a devil may care attitude. Hook's got it's a very of the time youthful lackadaisicalness. Hook does not care. Hook is not excited to be there. Hook does not respect his opponent. I thought the best shot of the whole debut was Hook in the corner with his back to his opponent and the camera getting a shot of that beautiful face with the ring and his opponent and the referee all behind him, and Hook not cracking a smile, not caring. That is cool. That's the new cool. That's what's cool now. It's like it's almost like a throwback to James Dean, but completely modernized. And then by the time the bell rings, Hook's actually able to pull off some moves. We saw a head and arm Tazplex. They called it a suplex. I call it a head and arm Tazplex. I just hear Joey Styles screaming in, head and arm Tazplex. And he ends up beating him with the Kanta Hajime, the Taz mission. Just a little tip of the hat. They didn't call it the Taz mission, just a little tip of the hat. I love Taz's commentary on it because he was maintaining his professionalism, but he was allowing his proud Papa Bearness to seep right through. And you end up going, at the end of this thing, you go, okay, I know I started liking this guy ironically. I know I started liking this guy because I was jumping on board with the meme. Send Hook. But now, this guy, probably the best looking dude on the roster. He's cool. Like I want his approval. You know? The fact that he's not smiling, the fact that he doesn't look impressed by anything, the fact that he seems like a tough guy, the fact that he's got muscles and tattoos and whatnot, it makes me want his approval. If I'm in high school, I want that guy to think I'm cool. He's not a douchey jock cool guy, right? Like, if you're in high school with MJF, you're not going like, I want that guy's approval. You're like, fuck that guy. That guy keeps tripping people in the hall. You know, that guy keeps pushing people around. He steals people's lunch money. I hate that guy. I hate that guy. I can't wait till that guy gets his comeuppance. Hook is outside wearing a leather jacket, cutting class and smoking. Hook is the man. And Hook doesn't say two words to you, but it's not because he doesn't like you. It's just because he doesn't care. He just never even thought to. Hook is the guy whose approval that you want. Hook is the guy that steals your girlfriend. And you're like, well, yeah, obviously, right? When MJF steals your girlfriend, it's like, fuck that guy and fuck her too for making that choice because that guy sucks. What a douchebag. When Hook steals your chick, you go like, yeah, I can't blame her. Honestly, if the girl that you were with picked you over Hook, you'd go, there's something wrong with you, lady. I don't know what your deal is. And then he gets out there. He doesn't need pyro. He doesn't need weapons. His hands are his weapons. And he's, tip of the hat to the dad, but not exactly like his dad. His own person. and boom, you got lightning in a bottle. I loved it. I thought it was effective. I loved that people are on board with it. I was saying in the beginning, I don't think it's going to take a big uptick in ratings right now, but I don't think that that's what it's about. I think that the people are going to be talking about this. I think that there are people who don't watch AEW that are going to be like, what's with this Hook thing? Everybody's talking about Hook. What is that? Boom. That's all you need. I keep hearing about this thing. What is that? Let me tell you, and you're off to the races. That's exactly what you need. I thought they did a tremendous job with it, and I love what they're doing, and I can't wait to see what's next. Clearly, CM Punk is going to beat MJF, only because one day Hook beats CM Punk, then Hook beats Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley returns, loses to Hook, so that Hook can complete his journey, go to the top of the mountain, look face to face with Hangman Page, and choke him out. And have the freaking coolest AEW champion of all time. Congratulations to Hook. Congratulations to Taz. Congratulations to AEW. It was dope as hell.